Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this WDAY Facebook Live. It is Thursday morning, a little bit after 8 o'clock, July 28th. It is going to be another cool one. It's feeling like fall, but don't worry, fall is not here. If you woke up with first news, you got Storm Tracker meteorologist Lydia Bloom's forecast today. Started off cool. Some people even in the 40s to 50s. We're going to see a high of only about 70 today. A few showers, mainly in Minnesota, but tomorrow, we're going to start warming things up closer to 80, and then I would say a hot weekend ahead. So her 10-day forecast looks very summer-like, especially since next week is August. We're going to be warming things up. It's not cool down time in her forecast at all. Okay, let's check out some of your top headlines. Thank you for joining me now on Facebook Live. But remember, before we get into it, you can watch and listen to this live stream later through the InForum YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform. It's a great way to get the news and weather you need to start your day. Just visit inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute. Okay, we had breaking news for you this morning on First News, and we have an update, new information that just came into our WDAY newsroom. Fargo police are now telling us that 2 people under 18 years old are hurt after a crash near an apartment building just off of I-94. The call came in around 2 this morning. It was in the 1700 block of 35th Street South. That's the Nest apartment building near West Acres. We had some pretty incredible video that came into the newsroom this morning. You could tell that the vehicle had lost control, ended up on its side. Police are now telling us that they believe the driver was speeding when they lost control of the car, hit several things before flipping and landing on its side, including mailboxes, a tree, and an electrical box. Now, we are still working to find more information on this, but we do know that there was a power outage in the area at the same time. About 100 people were without power, according to Xcel Energy's outage map, so it may be connected. We have not got that confirmed just yet. We do know from Fargo Police, though, that the driver and a passenger were hurt in this crash. They are expected to be okay. Police did refer the driver to juvenile court on several potential charges. Today was supposed to be the first day that North Dakota's lone abortion clinic in Fargo would stop doing abortions, but the clock on that ban has actually been reset. The Red River Women's Clinic can now continue to operate until August 26th. This is an update. We've been following this for you since the reversal of Roe v. Wade. Now, this update comes after a district court judge ruled that Attorney General Drew Wrigley started the trigger ban too soon. That was certified by the court on Tuesday. Of course, we talked to several people on both sides of the issue yesterday in front of the clinic, and of course, getting a lot of mixed reactions. However, on hold until August 26th. Now, we are hearing that the abortion clinic is still planning on moving to Moorhead, but of course, a little more time until we hear any confirmed updates on that. West Fargo schools' ice rinks are about to get a pretty costly repair. The West Fargo School Board just approved a $200,000 repair for the cooling system for the ice at the West Fargo Sports Arena. The board says it will submit that unexpected cost to insurance to lessen the blow of the building fund. The arena isn't expected to lose much revenue over the summer months, should reopen in about 12 weeks. This is an interesting change, historic change, really. The University of North Dakota's aerospace program is gearing up for a big change. They're going green big time. In the next few weeks, UND will become the largest public flight school in the country to fully make the switch to unleaded gasoline. The switch is greener. It will also help the program save money. We're hearing, as we did a little digging into this, the new gas leaves less residue behind, meaning less trips to the shop for the planes, and this is good news, more time in those planes by the students. Maintenance inspections are expected to drop by nearly 300 a year with this new fuel system. If you live in North Dakota right now, you can get some help with cooling your home. The Cooling Assistance Program is meant to help eligible households purchase things like window AC units, fans, and other cooling devices. Last year, more than 400 people in North Dakota took advantage of this program. It's not to help pay your cooling bill, it's to help buy some of these devices. If you want to find more information, see if you're eligible, maybe, apply, just go to applyforhelp.nd.gov. Applyforhelp.nd.gov. Some of your national headlines. Another President Joe Biden is taking steps towards repairing a relationship with now is the president of China. President Biden is going to be visiting with China's president over the phone today, and A pivotal time right now, as there are tensions between the countries because of reports that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is considering a visit to Taiwan. National security officials are reportedly advising her about some of the risks of visiting because of Taiwan's relationship with China. Pelosi's visit is part of a larger trip to Asia. So stay with WDAY throughout the day as we will continue to follow that developing story and update you tonight on our newscasts. And as those summer temperatures keep climbing, you'll probably notice that your electric bill is climbing as well. The Biden administration is launching a new program to help cut that cost. It's a pilot program. It's going to be using solar power. It will be mostly targeted for low-income renters and families. Energy from solar farms would be sent to the housing units and lower the cost of utilities. Officials say this could actually save about $1 billion while expanding clean energy. We're also learning this morning that lawmakers in the House will not be voting on a series of gun bills this week, including a bill to ban assault weapons. Lawmakers had scheduled debates on these bills in the wake of course, several mass shootings in the nation recently. But a source close to Congress says lawmakers are now reworking some of the language included in those bills. They're still hoping to get them passed by the time Congress goes into recess next month. The FDA is clearing the way to distribute hundreds of thousands of additional doses of the monkeypox vaccine in the U.S. The agency says more than 780,000 doses will be supplied by a plant in Denmark and will soon be distributed across the U.S. So we'll continue to track that for you and keep you updated. Also, I know it feels like fall, feels like we should be talking about football. Not yet, although we are, because training camp started for the Minnesota Vikings. They're now in their first training camp under new leadership for the first time in 8 years. The team hired Kevin O'Connell, who was the offensive coordinator for the Super Bowl champions LA Rams last season, to be its new head coach. So, as Vikings fans like to say, this year could be the year. So that's promising. Talking about sports, make sure you tune in to Hot Mic today. That's on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also on InForum.com. I know they're going to be talking about training camp and probably about the Vikings as well. And when you're on InForum.com, one of the must-reads today comes from Jeff Kolpak. The headline, NDSU's indoor football facility, a marriage of speed and complicated construction. There have been some unusual hiccups, but structure is supposed to still open on time in October. So if you've been up in North Fargo, you notice that massive facility, you're wondering what's going on, how has it been going, a must-read today in InForum.com, and you can kind of get the rundown as to what's been going on. Remember, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com for your first 3 months, just 99 cents a month. It's a great deal. Check that out. Just go to InForum.com/subscribe to get that deal. And be sure to tune in to our newscasts starting at 4. So 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And of course, weekday mornings, 5 to 7, I'll join you on First News. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us.